This is the Yida camp seen from the sky. More than 75,000 Sudanese refugees live here, and humanitarian aid is their only means of survival. MSF has been working in Yida since December 2011, providing medical aid to refugees fleeing the South-Kordofan region, where the Sudanese army is fighting the Sudan People's Liberation Movement, or SPLA. The work of humanitarian aid workers is complicated by the constant changes in the number of refugees who arrive in waves that are difficult to plan for. Between May and July 2012, at the height of the rainy season, the camp's population quadrupled, up to 1,000 people arriving daily after many days of walking.
When it rains, we take shelter with our neighbours, but when the rain stops, we go back outside and sleep on the ground.
Flooding made it extremely difficult to get supplies into the camp. The aid organizations hadn't prepared for this crisis. During the summer, the mortality rate was way beyond the emergency threshold. Up to 5 children were dying every day.
The hygiene conditions for the inhabitants of the camp worsened very rapidly. So that means that the access to water, access to to functional latrines, was drastically worsened during this period. And this is what we believe is the main cause of the health crisis that our medical team has been dealing with on a daily basis ever since.
The worst of the crisis is now over, but new problems are emerging. The camp is close to zones controlled by the rebels on the other side of the border, so another site has been opened further east to try and relieve the pressure on Yida.
I think the refugees seem not to be willing to move to the new camp for a couple of reasons. One, they're concerned about the security there. That's what they're telling us. Two, their families live here. Also, they've built houses. There are houses now in Yida camp that are built of brick. So the idea of uprooting from this new location after recently uprooting from the Nuba Mountains to move to a new location seems not very attractive to a lot of them.
So Yida remains overcrowded, and the rainy season will soon be back.
There's a serious push now from most actors, including MSF, to prepare in terms of latrines. There's more boreholes going in. Let's hope that there's enough water and sanitation resources available for the people that'll come, because once the rains hit more strongly, I think there's little that can be done.
The shortage of latrines and water points and the generally poor hygiene in the camp are indications that the rainy season will pose serious medical and logistical challenges for the teams again this year. But a good supply of medicines and the construction of a real hospital should help them cope, to some extent at least.